Good morning, students and dear parents. I am Sailesh Rathod from Sri Vasisht Vidyalay to teach science for class 5th. So, students, today I am here with new topic of new chapter. The chapter is solids, liquids, and gases. In this chapter, students will study first of all what is matter. Okay. But before we start, let me tell you that those who are watching this video from YouTube, please go through our school website link and get all the study materials. Either is a website that worksheets, answer keys of worksheets, even these videos and all assignments from your school website link. Okay. When you will open our school website link, you will get this type of folder where you can click on the primary section for class 5th and you can get all study materials. Now let us come to our topic. What is matter? Matter means what? Matter means everything around us is called matter. In chemical terms, we can say that matter is anything which occupies space and has mass, isn't it? Means anything in our surrounding which have these two properties, either say they occupy space, or if they have any mass, then such substances are known as matter. For example, wood, water, air, even anything in your surrounding, whatever you can observe, all these things are known as matter. Okay. Now what matter is made up of? Matter is made up of very tiny particles. We call them as a molecules. Okay. So now what is a molecule? A molecule is a neutral group of two or more atoms held together by chemical bonds. Have you understood anything? Nothing now. Let us make it more clear. Molecules means what? In simple terms, we say when two or more atoms bond together, they form molecules. Okay. Now what molecules is made up of? A molecule can be further broken into tiny smaller units called atoms. So from this we conclude that atoms are the smallest particle of matter. Okay. Anything which we see in our surrounding, that all thing is made up of molecules, and these molecules are made up of even more tiny particles called atoms. So atom is the smallest unit of any substance which we see in our surrounding. And dear students, remember that these atoms and molecules are so tiny that you cannot see them even with our naked eyes, isn't it? They are so much small. Now here you can see difference between atoms and molecules. See here one example is given of helium. Helium single, it is an atom. But when two atoms combine, they form a molecule. Say a molecule of element, okay, hydrogen. Same way, compound. Compound is nothing but molecule which contains different types of atom. You can see in molecule there are only two atoms, and these both atoms are of same type, hydrogen and hydrogen. Whereas in case of compound, you can see that there are two different types of atoms, hydrogen as well as oxygen. Next, elements and compounds. Again, let us see difference between elements and compounds. Here you can see, dear students, that oxygen, both oxygen molecules are there, isn't it? Thus both oxygen atoms combine together and form oxygen molecule. Helium is a stable atom, hence it do not need to combine with the same type of helium atom. So helium atom itself, it is a molecule. Whereas here in case of compound, you can see that there are two hydrogen atoms which are combined with a one oxygen atom. Thus this whole substance is known as a molecule of compound, and this compound is nothing but water, H2O. Two hydrogen and one oxygen, hence it is known as H2O in chemical form. Okay. So this is what difference about element and compound in simple way. Now let us see the definition of elements. a pure substance that cannot be broken down into any other substance by chemical or physical means, then it is known as elements. Dear students, you just remember that elements are nothing but a group of same type of atoms in simple way. Okay, it can be single atom or can be two atoms. I am talking about element. Okay, now next is compound. As we have seen water molecule, that water molecule is a molecule of compound. Okay, now here let us see the definition. Pure substance made up of two or more different elements and can be separated into smaller substance by chemical means, then these atoms forms compounds to become more stable. For example, you can see here water molecule, two hydrogen atom combines with oxygen atom and form molecule of water, that is a molecule of compound. Same way here you can see CO2, carbon dioxide, two oxygen atom combines with one carbon atom and hence form CO2, that is carbon dioxide molecule. This is also type of compound, isn't it? So these are different types of compounds. Now let us come to matter back. How many states of matter are there? Dear students, in previous classes we have studied that states of matter are of three types: solids, liquids and gases. But for your kind information, keep in your mind that there is one more states of matter, that is plasma. But here generally we talk about only three states of matter. Why so? Because there are only three states of matter which exist in nature. The fourth state, plasma, do not exist in nature by itself, isn't it? It is made artificially in lab by humans. So basically there are only three states of matter in nature, that is solid, liquid and gases. So already you have seen basic properties of this matter, that solids have its own shape, whereas liquid takes the shape of container, whereas gases do not have any shape only. And second property is about volume. Volume means it has some fixed amount of volume. It do not means molecules do not move here and there anywhere, and they occupy same amount of space. So liquid also have volume, but in case of gases, as molecules are so far from each other, they do not have any fixed volume, isn't it? Next, third point is mass. All substances, all states of matter have mass. Thus, either in a solid form, liquid form or in a gaseous form, all these in three states of matter, same substance will have mass. If we see water molecule, either water molecule is in a cube form, in a water droplet form or in a cloud form, but still all these three will have mass. Okay. Next, now let us see properties in a proper form. See here, first property is particles are packed closely. Yes, in solid you can see in picture that molecules are arranged in a packed way, as well as they are arranged in a fixed proper way. Molecules are not here and there. In case of liquids, you can see that particles are closely packed, but they are able to flow. Means they can move little bit here and there. Whereas in case of gases, particles are very far apart and they are able to shoot about freely. Means they can move randomly anywhere in surrounding. Second thing, that in solid, particles are bonded to one another. As intermolecular force of attraction is maximum in solids, so solid molecules are firmly attached with each other because of highest intermolecular force of attraction. In case of liquid, intermolecular force of attraction is weak, whereas in case of gases, there is very less intermolecular force of attraction, and that's why only molecules are, these atoms are not near to each other, they move far from each other. Second point is their definite shape. Yes, as we saw earlier, that solid have definite shape, but liquid do not have definite shape because it takes shape of container as the molecules can flow. In case of gas, molecules can flow in any direction. Hence, in gases also it do not have definite shape. And third point is having about definite volume. Solids and liquids, they have definite volume because molecules are attached to each other, whereas in case of molecules are not attached to each other. Hence in gases there is no fixed volume. Okay, so these were the basic properties of solid, liquid and gases. So overall what we have studied is that all matter is made up of tiny particles called atom. Two or more atoms combine to form molecules. A molecule is the smallest piece of substance that has the same property as the entire substance. Why so? Because in molecules there are same type of atoms, isn't it? Okay, and then what we have studied, that there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gases. And as we have seen the same properties, same is written over here. I hope you students have understood what is matter, what matter is made up of, and how many states of matter are there in our surrounding in nature. Students, if you find any confusion, you are free to ask me, and I wish you people to go thoroughly through this topic and memorize it in your mind. Thank you very much.